Hey there, Gina here. I have a garage sale haul to share with you today. My husband and I went over to a town about 30 minutes from here yesterday, and they had a whole lot of garage sales, town-wide garage sale. Then after that we went to the Goodwill bins. So I'll try to remember what all was bins and what all was yard sale. So we'll get started. I know that this was from the bins, from the Goodwill bins. I thought that this would be fun. It's in perfect shape to just cut images out of, and then pages like this will be good for pockets and stuff. I don't have to worry about anything on there that shouldn't be. I'll make sure where I need to have you so you can. I think I got you perfect. Okay. So I thought this would be fun. It wasn't a cheap book. It was a $30 book to begin with, and it doesn't look like it was ever used much. Then I got these at a garage sale. I didn't look at them. I just saw the price and I grabbed them. Move that out of my way. And I'm not really crazy over them, but they were only 10 cents, so I'm sure that I will find something for 10 cents. But the paper is real cheap. I don't know. So I got 5 of them. They're all from 1974. Okay, and then at the Goodwill bins, my husband picked this out. I thought maybe I could put paper on there and get a neat design. I thought that was a good thing. And he also picked this out. I don't know if I'll be able to. We're going to try it. We're going to see if I can put a design on some paper with that. If not, I'll use the tray. It's a good tray. Okay, and I found a few clothes. These were all at Goodwill. These are little girls' pants. They're a velvety type material, but I, after looking at them for a minute, thought maybe they would be good with a little golden book. And they washed up really nice. They were kind of dull there, and whoever had them probably hadn't washed them. But they washed up and look really nice. Minnie Bowden. I don't think any of my little girls would wear these, so I'm not worried about them taking this. They sometimes will see my clothes and that I get to tear up and they want them. I've got one here I think my one granddaughter will want. And look at this. This is so pretty and delicate. It's got a beautifully made trim. And the embroidery on it is so pretty. I'm still trying to figure out how I can get these loaded up to my Etsy store to share all my embroidery items. I've got so many. Speaking of them, here's another one. This one, I think, would just make a beautiful fabric envelope thing. Put a journal in there. That would be pretty. My chair keeps making noise if you're hearing that. This is the shirt I think one of my granddaughters will she'll probably want. But look at this. It's got this here, and then the center, and then pretty lace at the bottom. And you know that didn't cost me hardly anything at the Goodwill bins. And then there's this one. I don't think the fabric, I don't think I could use it like on a spine, but it will be great in layers, you know, for clustering and stuff. It's pretty fabric. And then this was also there. Just a scrap off of something. I'll put that in. It's not a newer or lace or whatever by any means. So that'll be fun. Then I found these shorts. I love the color. That will be good in layering. Okay, and then found all of these. This lady at this garage sale where I got a lot of these, she must have had a antique booth because they were marked with this stuff, and she had paintings and stuff. She was a real artist. This looks like a child's plate from a play set. And I don't even know what else she's got on there, but isn't that... I could have stayed at her yard sale for a long time looking. And she had these. These are very dainty. I think there's 4 of them. But wouldn't these be pretty tucked into a journal, like, you know, in the spine, and just kind of have it as a little page. I've laundered all these. They all laundered really good. They need ironed. Probably some starch in some of them, but they're pretty. This, I think, was from the bins. That would be pretty. It's not old, but. And then this doily was at a yard sale for 25 cents. It's got pretty colors. They're all still a little bit wet. I had them overnight laying on my dryer. This one was in a baggie with that. And it's not old either, but each one cut up would be pretty, or, you know, cut a section, just a little section, and put it in layers. I also wonder if I could cut, you know, just like one end off and use it to spray through things, if I would get a neat texture spraying. And then these were at this lady's yard sale that had all the pretty stuff. These are tatted. Now I need to iron these. Aren't they pretty? These are old. I can tell by the fabric. And then look at this. This one didn't wash so well, but I'm going to use it in something very dainty. And then this one was in there too. For all of the stuff that I got from her, she charged me $2 for everything. There's a lot of that one. This one would be so pretty on a spine. And then there was this one. It's very dainty. This one. See, there's quite a bit of each one of these. And then this one. I'll get those all ironed out. They're just not quite dry. This was in a hoop. It was really dirty, so I cut it out. And I really like how it frayed. I'm going to scan this, and then I'm going to use it just like this. This was around the hoop, so I cut it apart and washed it. Not going to waste anything. Then this was in with this doily. So I thought each of those I could use separately for decorating. So those were fun. This was in there. I must have thrown that in when we were at the Goodwill. I don't know. Okay, we went to, well, I'll save that for that one. I got two really, really good things out of free bins. I'll show those to you at the end. I was so excited. Okay, and so I found this. This was a little expensive. I paid $4 for this, but I like it. Got these in here. I think I'm going to put together some of my sewing stuff. I've got a lot of sewing stuff. I've collected sewing stuff for years. And I'm going to make some little kits put on Etsy for anybody to buy. But these are the types of buttons that I love. These plastic ones. And this is just full of them. Look at this one. I don't think that's a button, but it's pretty. There's just so many in here. I had another tin full, and I wish I could have got it too. It didn't have as many of this style though, and this is the ones that I just love. So I got that. And then we found this book at Goodwill. Do you remember? I love this book. I'm making a journal for myself, and I'm putting images in it that I remember from my childhood and growing up, and then I journal about it. And the images from this book are going to go in there. But I think that this will make a great journal. Excuse me, I'm just going to make it a one signature and leave that on there, because I think this will be a good journal. But look at some of these pictures in here. I looked through this. I had a beach towel with Charlie on it. I remember begging my mom for TV dinners and she thought they were gross. I wonder why. My favorite album when I was a teenager. Shag Carpet, Light Bright. There was one in here that I just couldn't, I remember something about it, but I couldn't. Okay, so what's that? Does anybody know? I remember these little cards with these little block letters, but I don't remember what they were for. Do you know? Tell me if you do. All right, I found this in the Goodwill bins. It's not my favorite. I didn't look at it. I just threw it in there. It was an Ideal magazine. Can't go wrong for that, right? And our Goodwill books are 4 for $1. So it's just not my favorite. It's from 1975. It's just not. I don't know. I like this Courier knives and this Courier knives, but otherwise, it's not my favorite. I found this at a garage sale for $1. I liked it because the pictures in it are matte, and I'm working on a Winnie the Pooh journal for a local lady here where I live, and so I found these in here. I needed a few more Winnie the Pooh images, so I got this one and I got a couple more. I'll show you. Found this book. This was $1. This one was at a yard sale. From 1964. This is a new Dick and Jane, but I don't care if it's new. I like the images. I don't have any Dick and Jane. This one I got for the book itself. I hope I can get it cleaned up. But I think this would be a neat journal. Let's find out about summer. That would be a good summer memories, summer trip. You know, the pictures in it aren't fabulous. They're not awful, but that's not why I got it. Little Black goes to the circus. The spine's in terrible shape, but we don't care about that, do we? It's got pretty images. I'm not really a circus fan, but I do have quite a bit of circus stuff, so I'll probably make that into a journal. I think I will make a Western journal. I've been getting stuff, again, not on purpose, but I'm getting it in groups of stuff, and so I thought this one was a cute book. This one is from 1959. This one was $1 too. This one was 50 cents, but it's a Rand McNally, but the images in it I love. I think they are so soft and so pretty. Look at this. That makes me think of Gail Agostinelli. She'd like that one. There was another one in here. This one too. They're so pretty. And then I got 2 Winnie the Pooh books for the journal. I'm using Pooh images from really early Pooh books on to current Pooh books. I want all of the types of art from Pooh in that book. I got a few little golden books. A lot of these are going to be made into my children's little golden books where I don't put as much detail into them. They're for little kids. I gave my 5-year-old granddaughter one and she loved it. She loved that she had a journal like her mom and her sister. So I'm going to make more of these. So this will be one of them. This book is from 1981. That's cute. Chicken Little. This one's like new. The spine hasn't even been, you know, like cracked. 2005. This one was at the Goodwill bins. I can never pass any of her books up. I love her illustrations. Just one of my favorites is in here. I think it's this book, this one. Love that. So I have 2 or 3 of these now, but that's okay. This will be a kid's book too. Just say please. It's fairly new. Well, 93, not as new as I thought, but it's, this one's an older one. I've never seen this one. This was a quarter at a yard sale, The Three Little Pigs. This is from 1982. I like that one. These two were in the Goodwill bins. I think they're beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is also Eloise Wilkins. Neither of them look like they've ever been read or anything. They look like they were just put away. 1974, but look how gorgeous. I just love this art and this style printing when they were printing like this. I think they are so pretty. Look at those colors. So I will be making these into Bible journals. Now I've had one book like this before. That was for mothers. This one's for grandmothers. So I grabbed this one right up. I don't know if you can see the babies. I'll be making this into a journal as is with the spine intact. The images in it I'll be using. I like the book plate. This is from 2002, but all the images look like they're from old books. I have used the one I had for Mother. I haven't made it into a journal yet. I need to do that. Aren't they pretty? These two are books that I got for my granddaughter, but I thought I'd share them anyway. I'm going to read this one before I give it to her. Behind the Bedroom Wall. This one has a different take, though. It is about a 13-year-old girl. I think she was 13. Yeah, and she was in the Nazi youth. So it'll be interesting to see that side of it and how it affects her. It says her loyalties are put to the test, and Karina must decide what she really believes and whom she really trusts. So I'm going to read that and then give it to my granddaughter. And then that Dear America, Diary of Patsy, a Free Girl. I love historical books, and I'm trying to, get my granddaughter to love reading them too. I found this at a yard sale. And this one I believe is from 1950, but look at the images. It says it's a Ford Motor Company. It's got these. Make it prettier here. I think these are perfect size. Put on the bottom of the page, make a pocket out of, a tuck. So I'll have to look at the recipes too as I take it apart. Look at that one. Okay, and then these, I think, all but this one. This one was a yard sale, 25 cents. Right in McNally. It's not in perfect shape. I'll make something out of it. This was from Goodwill. This was also from Goodwill. $1974. This one was 74 too. They were the same year. A Little Christmas Treasury. I love little golden books this size. I have had fun making journals with these. This one says 1977. The Mulberry Bush. This is a Ryan McNally. Well, it's Roman numerals. I was watching a video yesterday before we left, and I was trying to think of whose it was, and I think it was Turquoise Dreaming, but it was her book haul. She had a little cookbook called The Little Italian Cookbook. I loved it. I thought I'd never seen that. Oh look, there is a series. There's all the ones that are in this series. But this book is really sweet. It's got the cutest little drawings. So now I'm going to have to look for all of these. Alright, and then we did get a couple of games. We got these for the house. Uno and spoons. This was from a yard sale for $1. We had this game, and the kids we've used it. So, and then this was at Goodwill, and it was brand new. And we needed a new Uno game. Some of our cards got lost. Then, I went to a yard sale we pulled up. I was like, oh yeah, a little old lady yard sale. My husband thought I was awful. I didn't mean anything bad. I meant that they're really good. They usually have linens, embroidered things, sewing stuff, sewing patterns, ideal books, Reader Digest books. They usually have some really good stuff at really good prices. So she had this one marked at $3. She gave it to me for $2. And look in here. She's got all kinds of stuff. Look at all of these trims. Lots of trims. Old tape measures, sewing machine needles. There's some snaps. I love using snaps. I love using the hook and eyes or hook closures. So that was just full of stuff. And she had one of my favorite finds of the day in her free box. Remember I told you I got 2 freebies that day? Look at this. This was in her free box. I guess she didn't think anybody would want it, but oh, glad she didn't throw it away. Isn't it pretty? I hope you can see it. It's got like a minty green, seafoam green. It's really pretty. These were also free yesterday. Then I went to a yard sale and they had a whole bunch of, is it Creative Memories scrapbooking supplies? I didn't want the whole thing, but I did talk them into just selling this to me. I love these Stampin' Spots, and you can't buy them anymore this size. They gave this to me for $1, and when I got home I realized they're all brand new. She hasn't used one of them. Good deal. And pretty colors. I don't have any of those colors. And I missed this. This was about 25 cents. Comes with the storage. It's got some really pretty little beads in it. So, back to the yard sale with the Stampin' Spots. I'm getting ready to leave, and the guy says, you gotta come up on the porch. They lived in a big old 2-story house with this huge porch. He said, we've got lots of books for free. Okay. So I found some, and you won't believe the one that I found. That's the last thing I'll show you. I got this one. I thought this would be a good journal if I can get that clean. It's just got some birds. Found another Thomas Kincaid there. So of course I picked that up. Love it. There's one here I probably won't see, but I want to move in there. I would like, you see those things. Would you live here? No internet, no this, no that? Yeah, right here. I think that, no, that's, it was a cabin. I don't know. Anyway, look at that one, isn't that pretty? Then I also just grabbed this one. I thought there was drawings in it, but they're not. But I'll use the pages for some stuff. Now, you are not going to believe what I found in the free box. It was like it had some kind of beacon calling me because I went straight to that box. And there was probably 20 boxes. Look. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Free. Edith Holden. Country Diary. This is from, look at that. Oh, it's from 1984. And it has not been used at all. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, I finally have one. I'd given up. I didn't think I was ever going to find one, but I did. So, that is my haul. I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what it is. And I hear my phone ringing, so I better go. I hope you all had a great weekend. Maybe you found some treasures or got in some crafting time. Had some good family time. Have a great week. Thanks. Bye.